Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
I have the question at the top.
Okay.
Brr, brr, brr.
I'll be right back.
Self-hype.
James said lead us in, so that was what I got.
Yeah.
Well, what did I leave myself in with so many times that I tried to force myself?
So.
Damn it. Yeah, that's right.
So.
It's
So you're
like
better
a
than that.
millennial so.
Yeah.
How
Last
dare you.
episode, it was howdy. Now I'm very aware of the first word you say every time.
Yeah, I just basically let
You
my
said
mind go.
howdy?
He said howdy. It was
Howdy,
like,
yeah.
I missed that.
Howdy. Howdy.
No.
He says howdy actually a lot in real life, unironically.
Huh.
People will say, hi, James. And he's like, howdy.
Addy.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
What is your favorite character you have ever played? And what is your favorite character that someone at this table has played?
Ooh.
The answer is Joe Sharis
Discuss.
for everyone.
That's
For
your answer?
all of the
For
above?
real?
Yeah.
My favorite character, I mean, it's fun because I've never played such a high level
Yeah,
character.
yeah, yeah.
So that part of it sticks out to me. But
That
I would
helps for
say
sure.
probably Dom.
Oh, I'm really flattered to be involved in two of your character mentions.
Dominus Nero was a war priest cleric of Sarenrae in our Fall of Plaguestone game. And I mean, I felt like the gods were real because I was going out of my way to try to like make him sacrifice for the group, and it would not work. The rolls kept him alive and kept him alive.
Kept them alive.
And then
And
it
I
just
kept
became
you
like a
alive.
cool thing that it was like, oh, Dom lived and ended up staying in the town. And yeah, that's always been one of my favorite characters. And I hope that one day maybe Dom makes his way over to Shadow Shield.
I mean, that's at some point you're going to have to hire some. We were talking about this between episodes, but like at some point you are going to either have to deal with the fucking horse-sized snapping turtle or hire some adventurers. And so who knows, maybe Short and Scaly rolls up north and you get the band back together.
I would say most of my favorite characters are in a campaign with you, James. Most of my favorite characters have
I'm going
been
to cry. Like, that's
since
so nice.
we moved here to Denver, right? Like Bad Boy Marty Bowman is also an amazing
I love
character.
Bad Boy.
Oh, bad boy Marty Bowman. I totally forgot about
Yeah.
So
that.
good.
I feel so insanely like lucky to have gotten to like have so many awesome moments and like found groups of players like this. Like it's so
Yeah.
fucking great.
I'll say bad boy
I
Marty
think
Bowman.
Bad Boy Marty Bowman, now that I said it, is my favorite.
He's great.
Well, I would say
He
it's
was
my
great.
favorite Friends
He's
NPC,
great.
but also like Dr. Ben, like that group and
The Delta Green group.
the Delta Green group for Impossible Landscape.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think because we were all sitting at home and we couldn't go outside, like we had, and I'm a big fan as a game master of players who will message me throughout the week and talk to me about stuff because I don't have anything else
Yeah.
going on other than my full-time job, grad school, and my wife and kids.
Yeah, like,
So
like pretty much
yeah,
nothing.
so pretty much nothing going on. And that group was so fun for like really deep character. And we really took the time, and the way that the game, that specific game evolves and like lets that grow is very fun.
Yeah, that was
So, yeah.
we've referenced it I think 100 times, but that's the Ryan ran
Impossible Landscapes.
and Delta Green, which is they have a few like mega campaigns now, but that was sort of their first one.
I hope
They
we
have-
get back to it one day.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would love to.
There's a lot
Rick
of
dying,
unknown,
like the whole thing was amazing.
even just
Mhm.
with the characters. I think there's a lot of Uncle Ben. God.
Oh my goodness.
Dr.
Dr. Ben.
unknown stuff that we
He's
talked
Uncle
about.
Ben
Oh
now.
my God.
Uncle Ben's
yeah,
dead.
his nest is now Uncle
He
Ben.
sure is.
Right?
What's your favorite character you've played?
Holman.
I-
Really?
Yeah, for
The
sure.
Holman
Well,
in our
here's
campaign
why.
or your side campaign?
No, I think Holman is like an overarching thing. When Holman first came to mind, reading Pathfinder, a handful, I think, Advanced Player's Guide, when changelings were kind of introduced, I just really liked the idea of being called to something and kind of hiding. And I think 3 different amalgams I played, a version of that was like a rogue sorcerer, and they were all sailors. And so the one in this game is very good because I really liked the story that Jason and I, the pirate stuff that we had put together. So I think that's very cool. Getting to play that character with Jason's really cool. I played a different amalgam of that character in my other Pathfinder game that I'm playing in. She died recently though, which
Oh,
is
sad.
totally fine because my new character is super fun. But I just think that idea, like that one is just kind of stuck with me, and I don't like to make the same character over, but that one is just kind of held on for a while. So getting to try that out and play this same version of like, I don't know, we're talking about Darkest Timelines last week. And yeah, I just like that idea.
All right. Jared, what about you? What's your favorite character you've played? And I know you've got a lot of games going at one point or another.
Games. I think the one that comes to mind, I played a halfling rogue, of course. But he was like a little undersized halfling rogue, so I had him mostly disguised as a child, like all the time. And then
that's really cool.
My buddy played like a fighter, but they were like a little duo. And so I don't think with that character, I don't think I ever really fought anything. I just kind of like created mayhem everywhere, like stole things off people during battle. Like, I don't think I actually fought anyone. And it was just, I like having a character that's tied to another character. So you can kind of play fully like one side of the spectrum while the other person plays kind of the other side of the spectrum. I've had a lot of fun with that.
That sounds cool.
And then that's someone.
Can I jump in for a second? Because I kind of wanted to say, I think that's one thing that this table has done really well. Whether that was our first campaign, sort of tying together Jared and Jason, you two tying your characters together, and Trent and Jane, you tying yours together. Or one thing that I think all of you did really well at the beginning of this Kingmaker was like instantly try to figure out who was your character's like buddy. And I thought you played it really interestingly, Jared, of Lucky, of like, how are you friends, but still like at arm's length with someone? Yeah. And it's the best piece of advice I think I can ever give to anyone who's sitting down at a table, especially if you haven't played with the other players as much, is just kind of talk outside the game and be like, hey, who does my character have like some sort of rapport with? Because it makes a world of difference. One, if you're a more gregarious player, you can help bring that other player in. If you're a little less gregarious, they can help bring you into scenes. It gives you instant motivation whenever you're unsure what to do. Just be like, back your buddy, show up for your buddy. I love it. I'm really impressed with the way that you all have handled that. Thank you for letting me interrupt.
No, it's fine. Man, I can't even think of one right now off the top. I mean, I loved all our characters from the last season. It's hard to pick one in general. I mean, I just fell in love with that group in general. And so I refuse to pick one of them, but I think probably one of them.
I respect that.
It's Watson. It's fine.
I mean, he's in that group.
I mean, it's Watson. Watson
was really
one that
good.
came across my head when it was the other players' characters. Yeah.
Well, the favorite one that I've played was very easily Biff. And I had such wonderful plans for him, and it really hurt whenever he died.
James took those plans away from you.
That's probably like your shortest lived character ever, right?
It's got to be.
It's one of them. Yeah. I do tend to have characters die rather frequently, and most of the time it's fine. Like I just move on, make the next one. But Biff hurt. I really enjoyed playing him.
Biff hurt the crowd.
It hurt listening to Biff die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurt killing Biff.
Yeah. No, it did.
No, it really did. I felt horrible.
I think we stopped recording after that day. We were just like, okay, nah. We're done.
No, not immediately, because Trent Blitz built his next character.
Oh, yeah.
He was sitting in the corner of the couch over here.
Yeah.
But I think the mood of the next pod was like very somber.
It was low. Yeah.
It was awesome. I mean, like, look, I mean, we kind of wear on our chest that a lot of us met all listening to like the Glass Cannon podcast. And very, very early on in that podcast, one of their crew talks about the importance of letting characters die and how it really, what did he say? If you want a campaign to last forever, kill a character.
Yeah.
And it's really cool for me as a GM because there's a scene in which they talk about, like, there's a throwaway line in the flavor text very early on in Kingmaker about, like, under the darkness of last night, when in the next morning, after we all survive, like, and, the darkness of last night, we can find hope and what moves forward. And if everyone lives, it's such a throwaway line of, like, oh, yeah, we all got to level up a little bit, get some combat in. Yeah. But when you lose a character, like, all of a sudden that whole speech was so much more interesting because, like, everyone's like, fuck, that like, it hurt. It felt sad the next morning. And it's a really interesting note to then start a big epic adventure off on of a little bit of sadness. It was interesting for me to GM.
Well, I mean, you've seen the impact it's had, right? We've named our country, like we're going to call it Biffsboro. Like, it made such a big deal and impact on our game. So thanks a lot, James.
Thanks, James. You jerk. Don't feel bad. You did good.
I do think... I'm gonna say that he's a character that was played by somebody at the table. Slippery Pete was still my favorite.
You're the NPC from our original Curse of the Crimson Throne game.
Yeah, who was specifically a fence in town, but the worst fence in town. He was just wonderful.
He was great, and he was just Bobby Moynihan's drunk uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Or no,
Nice.
it was a combination of Bobby Moynihan's drunk uncle and also Bobby Moynihan's secondhand news correspondent. It was just two Bobby Moynihan characters made into an NPC.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about this thing? Yeah.
My favorite character that I've ever played is definitely Val.
Yeah.
But honorable mention to when I used to play Starfinder before this, and I played a
Nerd.
Vesk named Sue. That was a conscientious objector, and that was fun.
Sue.
And she had a
I
little
was just
Southern
thinking of that
accent. Like she was like, "No, I'd rather not get into violence like all the time," which was fun. I
I
liked
forgot
that.
about a Vesk
That was
name
fun.
too.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was a fun one. I think that's like the only time I've really played like a silly character. I think I usually like tend to do the more like serious, broody kind of character
Yeah,
building.
me too. Same.
I highly encourage silly characters. It
Yeah.
makes it very fun.
Yeah, it
My
is fun.
Starfinder character was based off of Brad Marchand. His name was Javier LaFlamme.
That's great.
Funny.
I similarly also really love all the characters from like last year. That's also like the most I've ever played a game, you know, so it
Right,
was
right.
like I became more attached to them. But I have to say that like when it was all said and done, like I loved all the characters so much, but I think that like the character arc that I still think about a lot is actually Fox's character of like the like
Yeah.
scene that Jared did of like his basically like retirement and like going home to his family. It was just so different from what you expect out of these
Mhm.
games a lot of the
Yeah.
time. And it was like, I don't know. I still think about that. Like
The ending to that
Yeah.
game was
Yeah, it was really good.
like, obviously, you know, you get credit, but like we
Oh no,
we
that's a whole
all
team
did
effort.
amazing at making it all fit together.
Yeah,
And I think about like all the time, where are Val and Dro?
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
You know,
It's like the most fun open thread to
It
make
is.
that Val and Droshars are just like out there in the world. Yeah, I love
even in this game
Droshars.
running around, it's like I wonder where
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
at.
Totally.
Well,
And
This is a multiverse, or not a multiverse, but like MCU.
It's our
Yeah.
cinematic
Yeah.
universe.
Cinematic
Yeah.
universe.
but there's also like I loved listening to the side quests that you all did in this campaign too. Like I loved Barnabas and Holman, and like I really thought that there was going to be a long game with Arthur's mom and like the romantic plot line, but apparently not.
The NPC who immediately died.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah. But in any
That's
case, it's,
Nikolai's storyline is Arthur's mom.
yeah, there was just a lot. Okay, I will say I would like to. This just reminded me. I want to like peek behind the curtain a little bit. We can cut this out if it's like too much of a reveal later. But when Ryan was going to join the game, we talked briefly about like, what if you came in as one of Ari's sisters, like another Vex sister? That would be kind of fun, you know, whatever. And James, as I'm telling James this idea, he's like, okay, you can do this, but I just want you to know that there's like a ticking timer until Trent tries to have Arthur date your sister. Like, just to
for.
annoy
That's a
you.
good point. That's a
And
good
he was
point.
like, and
Yeah.
you're going to be so irritated the
That's
whole
so
time.
funny.
The Vex sister is probably my first backup too. Not to, yeah.
It's going to be a
pretty
competition
fun.
of who could date her first.
So I'll do mine really quickly so
So
we can jump
fun.
in. I don't get to play a whole lot, but I actually am playing in an old school Essentials game that Rory's running right now, and I'm playing a human fighter named Caius, who I was really deep in the first book of the Once and Future King, the Sword in the Stone, and so it was based a little bit off of there's one quote about Sir Kay in that book that I read and I loved so much that I was like, this is just sort of the vibe in my head that I wanted to riff off of. Let me see if I can find it because I have it written down. Yeah, here we go. It was a quote about Kay. Kay was not at all an unpleasant person, really, but clever, quick, proud, passionate, and ambitious. He was one of those people who would be neither a leader nor a follower, only an aspiring heart, impatient in the failing body which imprisoned it. And I really loved that line. I was like, that's going to be my human fighter. My favorite character that someone here has played. Oh, that's harder.
Yeah.
I really like
Pick a
all of your
favorite GM.
Yeah.
Pick a
Which one of
favorite
us do you like the most?
You can say Jane. Go with their weekend.
Yeah, I'm certainly fine with that.
I'm like also the least good of all of you at making characters.
That's not
I
even
disagree
remotely
with
true.
that completely.
Well, I think all of you guys have
Character
great characters.
mechanically,
Or-
maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
character
But, like,
building.
You build all my
Backstory.
characters
Yeah.
mechanically.
Only at first level. After that, it's all you.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite characters, and this will be like a deep cut, was Jason, your character from Cyberpunk Red.
Oh, yes,
Vitaly.
dude.
Yes.
Mhm.
This just like-
Vitaly.
It was one of my favorite just little fucking bits. And we all played Cyber because that's how like a lot of us met before COVID, started playing Pathfinder. Then COVID hit. We were locked down. We're like, well, how many role-playing games can we play online? So we just kind of
The
started
answer is like 4 or 5.
Yeah, let's play this game. You play Evgeny and I'll play. No, wait, you played Vitaly and I played
Vitaly and you
Evgeny.
were Evgeny.
And so we just played Cyberpunk Red. We played online with a few folks, including one of our friends who also did some Delta Green. That's her, but it was a great group. But
Yeah.
your character just cracked me up. It was great. You dove in with gusto, real fun time.
I liked
But
Vitaly.
speaking of diving in with gusto, we've got a couple of side quests up here that I think all of you are really diving into. So let's cut to the characters. Let's say it's midday, because I think it's more fun to just jump right into the action. And you've made your way about halfway down the Tuskwater. And as you're kind of riding past it, I will say that you are going past a place where you do realize that, like, oh, that part of the lake over there, that cliff side of the lake, because you're kind of riding high, the lake's below you. You do see some area where you remember that fisherman, Snoop Dogg fisherman, had told you, like, oh, that's kind of where the giant snapping turtle makes its lair. Jade's losing
Snoop
it.
Arvin.
I'm
is,
just
I
remembering.
forgot about Snoop Dogg
Snoop
fisherman.
Arvin.
He looks exactly like Snoop
He
Dogg.
really
does.
Yeah.
It's uncanny.
That's amazing.
So, what's the plan? You're heading down the east side of the Tuskwater, and you're going towards. Originally, you're on the path towards the castle, towards the tower, in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
But you have realized on this journey that it will take you right past the geothermal, pit.
Which is why I
Pond.
think we should stop here. It's already on the way.
Yeah, that's about
Okay.
another half
Fine
day
by me.
south of you. So about half the day will take you all the way. You'll have a small river crossing. You'll go down the Tuskwater about halfway down. It's on the lower half of the Tuskwater to the southeast of that, where this geothermal pit is. This
Whether
mud
the-
bowl.
Whether the hag gets us killed in this geothermal pit or at this tower makes no difference to me.
True.
This is also
Ari's very suspicious of this deal you made with the hag.
I'll also remind you that she did mention there's a lot of rare. You're specifically collecting rare mushrooms here,
Mushrooms.
and in
Gold
addition to
pieces.
just wanting them, she'll actually pay you per cap.
That's
on-
true. Yeah, I do remember
5
that.
G's.
Yeah,
Gold pieces?
Mhm.
That way.
yeah.
Jeez.
Was that not
Grand.
clear?
G's
all
in
right.
this world is a gold, obviously.
Gold.
Are we doing the thermal pit then?
I'm down.
Let's do it.
So you ride.
I have a question for you, Arthur.
Mm.
If I hum the tune, will your sword activate?
I don't know.
Try it.
And I hum the tune.
What's the tune?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. But as you did it as an example, it's
Yeah.
I was really hoping it would be like a Britney Spears song or something.
It's like still on his scabbard on his back when he hums it. It's like, whoa, shit.
Because I was thinking that'd be a funny joke for Ari to like pull every once in a while. Is just hum the tune in your.
That's probably specifically why it doesn't function that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Arthur's trying to hide? And he's like, oh, he's over there.
Or some bad guy's hum and he walks by you.
Just so happens to be. Yeah.
No.
All right. One of the things I feel like I don't do enough is talk about the scenery here. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time. You spend the second half of the day. You're up on this, like, I'm going to say it's 40, 50 feet high, sort of like cliff overlooking the Tuskwater as you ride south, rolling plains, massive forest off to the west, which would be to your right. To your left, or the east in this case, as you head south, you can see the mountain range over which you have, oh man, what's the name of Mia Garvarn's place? Varnhold.
Varnhold.
Yeah.
And it's like it's gorgeous. Like let's take a look a little bit at the map here. You can kind of check this space out. Like it's gorgeous rolling plains, and you're moving into the summer, so you've got high grasses, nice riverways. Like it's a really kind of gorgeous area nestled in between a large forest and a crawling mountain range. As you work your way down there to the south, following the directions as best you can, Nikolai, you are finally able to see a wide pool. It's bubbling mud. It's sitting in a defile between the hills here. Large mounds of fungus and mushrooms thriving on the mud bowl's banks. And in the noxious air, several fungi seem to grow to heights of 10 feet or more.
What the? She didn't say they were trees.
mushrooms
Whoa.
just sort of growing in this area.
Did we bring the wagon?
Did we bring the wagon?
You know what? You can all say if you brought the wagon or not, but you know you're going to have to cross some water at some point.
Well, we've
Well,
already.
sure.
We know what happens when you ford rivers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fall over and people die.
Yeah, people die.
You lose supplies.
Supplies are gone. Bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Losing
members.
bullets is like one of the most impactful things
It's
in that
so
game. It's like,
impactful.
oh, we're gonna die now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we brought it.
I don't think
mean,
we
Yeah,
brought it.
I
I
don't
think
think
we
we
just
would've.
brought like our, our horse setup.
That's some fungi. You don't know if these are. You don't know if the tree size fungi are the fungi you're supposed to bring back. But wouldn't that be fucking hilarious?
Oh, man.
$5
We're
a
going to
cat.
need way more than 5 gold for this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go reach out to that logging friend of yours you just made
Yeah.
last
Be
episode.
like, can you come cut these down?
So, what do you all want to do?
I want to like kind of get Arthur to, or whoever else is good with perception, to kind of scout around the pit for, find out where's the best place to get down. Where's the beast?
Get down
that
right
they-
here. Yeah.
Arthur just says that, and we all look at him, and he's like, "Sorry, I'm trying to try some new things."
Yeah.
Sorry.
New personality
Oh, man,
traits.
that's so good.
We should stay together though. We know that there's a beast around here.
So, what are you checking out?
I want to check out the embankments to see if we can even get down in there.
Sure. I mean, it's gradual. You might call it like a 0 depth entry.
But it's like a muddy, hot pit, right? So like,
Yeah, but it's sort of between two hillocks. So it's
Oh, okay.
where like the geothermal like waters and gases or whatever the fuck makes it. I don't know this shit. I'm not good at it. It's hot there, but it's between two hills. It's sort of like a little pocket swamp.
Can y'all remind me? This is where we think the mushrooms are in here that we need in the geothermal pit.
Yes,
Yeah,
she was
okay.
pretty
Nowhere
clear
around.
about that.
I don't pay attention to this show, so
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, as it's described,
I never listened to any of you.
Natural.
what you're looking for, they're called black rattlecap, and you actually kind of know of them once she's described them, Nikolai. You know what you're looking for. They're about 8-inch tall mushrooms. Hollow caps filled with teeny hard balls of spores that, when shaken, make an unusual rattling sound. Hence, rattlecap
I
mushrooms.
don't like that. Okay.
I love the fantasy world.
Is there a place to crawl down where there is an abundance of rattlecap mushrooms?
So, I mean, this place is pretty big. It's not quite. I mean, it's almost. I'm going to say almost football field size, like a little
Okay.
pocket park of a swamp in here. It's so overgrown. You'd have to just get in and look around. But even if you're getting close, you can see that the air over it is hazy and weird.
So
in
it's
an odd
not
way.
scalding hot.
It doesn't look like that at all.
Okay.
But it does smell obscenely strong.
I've been playing Zelda and you can't step into the bubbly hot parts.
No. This is not like that.
You die instantly.
I feel like it probably is like a hot spring that like smells horribly like sulfur.
Ugh.
No, this is just everything here is basically difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah. It is heated by geothermal activity, and although it's not hot enough to cause damage, it does count as difficult terrain to those who wade through it. So I imagine it'd be like knee high.
Okay.
I don't want to get
are
in
any of
there
you
because
in
the
there
monster will
yet?
come out.
Yeah, Arthur will head in there.
So Arthur, as you get close, I'm going to need you to give me a fortitude saving throw.
I'm
Because
gonna
as you get
be sure
closer,
I'm within 30 feet of Arthur, too.
okay,
Yeah,
He's
me
on the-
too.
because there's a like noxious fumes coming up out of the mud. You're seeing the bloop, 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 bubbling
going in there.
occasionally.
Should we take the high ground?
Yeah.
25.
I'm not going in.
It's over, Anakin.
We're going to go on each hillock.
Okay, who's going to the east? Who's going to the west?
I'll go west.
I'll go
Okay.
east.
What's your fortitude save?
25.
Yeah, you're fine. You are temporarily immune to the noxious fumes for 24 hours.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it was like, ooh, like burns the hairs out. It burns the hairs out of your nose.
Singes the nostrils.
It's like smelling salts.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what? But let's do a little bit of let's do some crunchy talk. Talk to me about the priority. What are you prioritizing as you move through these spaces? So like, because for listeners, what I, the GM, am asking for here is the exploration mode.
Mm-hmm.
I like leaving you all with some room to be a little more narrative instead of like, I'm scouting, I'm
Yeah.
raising my shield. I mean, like sometimes if you're just raising your shield, you're raising your shield. Cool. But, and you would have had time to, your shield would have gotten repaired in town just by the by. You were there for like a day.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Arthur? Let's start with you.
I'm survival checking. I'm looking for these mushrooms.
Oh, you're looking for mushrooms? Okay. Any weapons out?
No.
Okay. Jane, what are you doing?
Ari is up kind of with Arthur, Kukri out, like looking for danger while he's looking
Give
for
me a
this.
fortitude saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Nikolai, you've headed to the west, right?
East.
East. You've headed to the east, like the rising sun.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I am because I have the vantage point, I'm looking more for danger.
Okay. What was your check, Jane?
Natural 20
Yeah,
for
you're fine.
28.
Immune for 24 hours. Are you saying outside of the mud right now, Nikolai?
Yeah, I haven't gone in yet.
Okay. What are you doing, Lucky?
I assume Nikolai's scouting, quote unquote. So I'll stealth.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just going to be, I'm keeping an eye out, but I'm also going to stay out of sight if possible.
And that's why the more I gin, the more I like to say, like, what are you prioritizing? Because like everyone's doing everything, but like,
Right.
where's their intent or their focus? And you're like, you're going to stay out of the way.
The kitty's hiding in the trees.
All right, Joe Jonas Jr.
I'm prioritizing keeping an eye on Arthur as if I'm his topside tender. I got the imaginary rope tied around his waist, just kind of like keeping pointing, there he is.
Cool.
And also like looking around to be sure nothing like reaches out of the water and pulls him down.
All right, is anyone else in the mud?
And if necessary, depending on how far he is, I imagine that my feet will be wet, but I wouldn't want to like wade into it if I don't have to. So I'll let you tell me what's up.
I think you're close enough where I want to give you that. I want you to take that fortitude save.
Yeah, like when the haze starts to get
26.
too much.
You're Jesus Christ. You're fine.
You're Jesus Christ.
You're
Jesus Christ.
So, like I
You're
was
walking
saying,
on top
I'm
of the
under the water, but not in the water.
Naturally.
Okay, Legolas.
Legolas, what
All
do
right.
your half-elf eyes show me?
Like part of a thing. All right. So Jane, for no reason at all, what's your perception bonus?
+8.
Perfect. Love that.
I hate it when you get asked that.
All right. You're all doing fine. And you know what?
Seems great.
I feel like we're not.
Seems like you really have
You're
to
all
roll.
doing fine.
You're all doing fine.
Secret checks
For
aren't
now.
always that secret.
Trent,
yeah.
roll me a survival,
Uh-huh.
and let's see how many mushrooms you find.
16.
Okay. You're gonna find 2 so far.
Okay. And we needed how many to at least to cover what she asked for?
I mean, you'd like a lot.
Okay.
Mhm.
40-ish.
Is that right?
It's after about
Every
10
8
minutes.
mushrooms, she says it's going to be 40 gold per
Oh,
to heal y'all. So what's
32.
That's right.
32?
Okay.
Might as well get 40.
Yep.
Trent, you find so first 10 minutes, you find another 2.
Okay.
Second 10 minutes, you find another 2. But it's at the end of the second 10 minutes
Yeah.
when Ari, you see something. And it's hard to see, right? Like as the muck just bloop, 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 and bubbles, and as there's like the toxic fumes just sort of look hazy, you feel like you see something moving, and for like the first couple minutes, no. Then you're like, it's just like you were back in those woods again. Where you're like, was that mushroom tree like that looked farther away a couple minutes ago?
Oh, no.
Am
thought
I
it was
losing
gonna
my
be a
mind?
ooze.
Oh, the trees are alive.
I thought it was going to be a ooze, but trees alive are better.
And then it's even closer
Oh,
until all of a sudden this thing just
Fleshy.
sort of bursts into motion.
oh, it's a giant mushroom monster.
It's a Leshy monster.
That's cool.
Well, you know what time it is.
Oh no.
I've already rolled my initiative, and I'm sure it's really low and reasonable.
Dang it.
Actually, did I not roll initiative? I didn't fucking roll initiative.
Whoa!
Whoa, I like
We
touched
rolled
your
the same
arms
thing.
and you rolled the same thing I did.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dude, it's not better.
Like it was just
We
like
like
my
knocked
pinky
into each
brushed.
other and then we rolled the same. No one cares, but it was cool.
That was cool.
I'm very proud
Sounds cool.
and happy for both of you. All right. Okay, who's got initiative rolled? Just start sharing that shit with
16.
me. Did anyone get critical initiative success or failure? Okay. So what'd you say,
Close.
16?
16 for Jonas.
All right, who can beat 16?
16 for Ari.
Oh, wow. And then 29 for Nikolai, I heard?
Yes.
Okay. What about Lucky and Arthur?
15.
Okay. Lucky.
30.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
You rolled a 19 and I rolled a 18. Like, we're real close to critting this bad boy.
Okay, so now here's the question. Because I actually have the pond for this, should I do a describe drop
Yeah.
and pass it around? Oh, what's up, Jane?
Really quick, I
Yep.
did forget that Ari now has swaggering initiative.
So would you like to go last?
No,
Oh.
that's not the same one
I was
actually.
mixing them
But
up.
so it's 18 for Ari on
Yeah, you
initiative
get a bonus.
and
Perfect.
even in an ambush. So
All right, so who wants to describe this?
Start with Jane. It's her favorite part of the game.
It is my favorite part of the
Oh,
whole
it's
game.
super fun.
Ooh, do I just like look at it on my own?
No, you can
secretly?
lift it up.
Oh, okay. Ooh, it's so scary and gross and weird.
It looks
is
like the
gross.
plant from
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But more Cthulhu-y.
It's
Yeah.
Lots of
lots
tentacles.
of tentacle things
So what actually is it? It's a giant
It's a giant
plant.
tree plant.
with a mouth,
With some mushrooms on
With-
top.
yeah,
like a
mushrooms
mushroom
on
for a
top.
hat.
It was
and, like,
greener than I
yeah.
thought it was going to be.
teeth. It does. I could see where we wouldn't be able to tell this was a monster
Yeah,
by
it's
looking at it.
Dubiously dressed.
Yeah.
Does it have
Yeah.
teeth? You said it has teeth? Where are the teeth?
Look at the little like mouth hole with teeth.
I can't.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't see it.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
that.
spiky
gross.
leaves kind
They
of
are
teeth
kinda weird,
situation.
Like little green,
They're like thorns for
like
teeth.
thorny teeth.
Yeah. It's not great.
You
I'll
guys
say
shouldn't go in
that.
the pit.
I think we're gonna probably get killed by
got
this
you.
thing.
Don't come up.
Okay. I was getting miniature set up. All right. We're
Oh,
all
I
good.
see the mouth is like up at the top. All
Yeah,
right. Okay.
All right. So go ahead and put that, you know what, just for shits and gigs for me. Why don't you put that just no, down here in the middle, right here, right
Maybe
near
over
Arthur
there.
and Ari. I think that's probably the best spot for it.
Perfect.
And
What
let's
kind of reach does it have? I want to
Yeah,
put it in the
that's it's
without-
quite
out of its reach.
Its base is quite large, which
Yeah.
means it probably has like 30 feet of reach.
that's sort of the perfect movement.
and vines.
All right. So the first person to go, this should come as absolutely no surprise, is Lucky. My initiative was good, but it was not 30 good.
Is this the actual distance I am?
Yes.
All right, I'll shoot at it.
Yeah, that seemed fair. So what I told Jason is, because we just have the battle mat out on the tables, I said basically the first like 3 to 4 squares from the ridge, from the edge of the map, is all dry land, and then everything else is difficult terrain. There's not really enough. You know what? You can use the gummy. The gummies on the table are limited cover. Just
Oh, exciting.
Okay.
Great.
yeah. That way we get to use the food on
Let me
the
get some more
table.
gummies out real quick.
I got
Okay.
24 to hit.
So you draw a bow back, and it's gonna be flat-footed to you.
Yes.
So that will hit. Arrow sinks into it. It rides, and there's a weird, like, hissing scream as if steam or gas escaping a kettle.
Ew.
I feel like Arthur just realized that there's something in front of him now.
Yes.
Like, oh god.
Oh,
that
This
is
giant. This is a size huge creature. So for those who are
Oh.
listening, that's what is huge? That's 15
15 by
feet by
15.
15 feet.
yeah.
Pawn. How cool is that?
Yep.
Not really.
that's
feel like
it's
11 damage.
11 damage. What kind of damage?
Piercing.
Okay, some of that gets through.
Mm-hmm. I don't like
It's fine. You're fine. So arrow hits.
that. Okay, and then I guess I'll shoot one more time.
Yeah, you got 2 actions left. What else are you
Why
doing?
not?
And what
Very
I'll
bad.
say is there's enough high grass around the edge that if anyone goes prone, you could hide in the high grass at the edge of the mud pit. We'll just say that.
How about a 21 to hit?
21 is a miss.
Okay. And then I will. Is there anything to take cover by?
Yeah, so there's enough like high grass around the edge where like if you go, you can hide in the high grass. You'll have to like crouch down into it.
Okay, I'll take cover.
All right, cool. And then that's going to be Nikolai. Your turn off there to the east. This giant plant, tree, fungal thing. And it actually is all of those. It is a combination of a plant and a fungus.
Gross.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's your turn.
Gross
What do you want to
indeed.
do?
I'm going to take my first action and shoot.
Okay,
Shoot it.
pull back the bow. Nikolai, bring him. Oh, is it?
Oh, is
I'll
it?
roll it or drop it.
Bam.
Yeah.
High score. What does that mean? All right.
Yeah, take off your Woody Allen jacket.
So 2d8 times 2 plus the 1d10.
That is the best idea for a drop we've ever done. Is just a space
it.
fill for math. Plus, it also fucking shreds.
It does.
Everyone compulsively does air guitar when that one
We
plays.
do, yeah. 25.
Damage,
Yep.
piercing. I'm guessing.
Yep.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
And since that went well, I'll do it again.
Was that a natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a card, Jason.
Oh, it is a card. It's been so long.
I know.
I know.
Forgot how to play.
Let's do that. Just give me the D6 or a D4 or something.
And it's a spell strike. It's
1.
1. All right. Top deck, piercing. Okay. triple damage, and
Oh, snap.
it must succeed at a fortitude save or die.
What?
Whoa.
What is this
What?
card? What is it
Headshot.
called? Headshot?
Headshot.
You shot it right in his little mouth.
So what's half of that? It's a 25, 12, so 12 more
If you-
damage.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep that instead of rolling just for simplicity.
So 37.
First nat 1.
All right. What's your spell casting DC?
Roll it on the table.
DC 20.
Yeah,
Roll it
20.
on the table. So we can all see
Rolling
this
it.
natural one happen in person, and we know that you're not lying.
Aren't you glad that we did this? Let me just get it over with real quick. No big deal.
All right. That's going to
didn't
be
roll it on the table.
33.
So you passed.
So it doesn't die.
Boom.
Of course
But you
not.
sink an
Of
excellent
course
arrow into
not.
it. So now it's actually your second attack, Jason. Sorry
All right.
about that.
No, dude. Good catch.
Sorry about
Triple
it.
damage. I would have
Sorry,
skipped
I
Yeah,
allowed
let's
you to
go.
do
That's
triple
12 more
damage to
damage.
it.
I'll shoot again.
Yeah, and with damage resistance, it's really nice to pile all in the
Oh
same
my
attack.
No way.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Different dice.
Another nat 20.
That
With a different die.
is very
And it has
Nikolai.
to be the same card, so
Yeah, I mean, if you roll another 14.
You and I are on, I had a really lucky night last night with like some interesting chance stuff. So like
Nice.
you and I are on rolls. We need to go buy lotto tickets.
Gambling. Yeah.
Maybe.
He was playing Magic the Gathering, everyone.
23.
I opened a
23.
$150 card.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was dumb. It was very fun.
5.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Also piercing.
Piercing, deep wound. The target is sickened 3.
Yes.
All right.
8
Jesus.
points of damage.
And how much?
23.
Jesus,
Oh, yeah.
Jason.
Nice.
All
Okay.
right.
That's. I need this.
You
I'm
know how
sorry,
to kill
everyone.
mushrooms.
I'm going to roll it again.
May as well.
Third increment, that's not bad. I don't ever do it, but so what is my third increment? Nope, 12.
I mean, that's still really good. And let me put my little condition marker on here because sickened 3 is no joke.
No
No,
joke.
it is not.
Because that's
Wanna
going to
see him
affect his
retch out of that.
AC.
Yeah,
Disgusting
it
mouth it is.
definitely will.
Let me make sure that it can be sickened. One thing I appreciate is that like 2E is
I say
really, really
yes.
good about. Yeah, it does not have any immunity to those conditions at all.
That's right.
Which is weird for a plant fungus, but I appreciate that they're not like, well, it can't be affected by any conditions. All right, well, it's now its turn.
I lined my arrows with Roundup before I shot it.
Yeah, right.
That's
Hey.
Oh, nice.
That's glyphosate.
Take the other
Okay.
dollar horse patch. I have some patches. I actually got some new patches from a different role-playing game. If any of you have ever heard of Mothership?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some
I think you
Mothership
told me
patches.
about it before.
So I'll have to throw this on the table for next session. All right, well, it's its turn. And Trent, you know what? It does have reach. How far away
Yeah.
from you would you say it is?
It is 15, 20 feet.
25 feet.
How much
20
is it
feet.
actually?
It's 20 feet.
5, 10, 15.
Okay. Would you? It's going to use a movement action. Then would you move me within range of 10, please?
Boom.
There you go.
Yeah. So it is now going to try to bite you, Trent.
It could try.
When a large character takes a 5-foot step, is it a 10-foot step?
Nope. It's still just 5
It's still
feet.
5
Let
feet.
Yeah,
me unequip
they-
the shield because I don't have it out.
They broadly did just try to make a lot of that simpler in
Yeah.
2E, which is really nice. As a matter of fact, the book that just came out pretty recently, Howl the Wild or whatever,
Yeah.
actually finally has rules on large size PCs. They
Oh,
do
cool.
not start with reach. Some of the ancestry feats can give them reach, but they're like, look, just because you're large doesn't mean you have reach anymore. Yeah, Howl the Wild, phenomenal book.
Whoa.
Cannot highly enough recommend
That's the one we
it.
were looking at.
Ooh.
Sure was.
There's some dope shit in there. All right, here we go.
Scandalous.
Wizard's Chest, Denver staple Wizard Chest die coming in for an attack here at Trent. God, that hits hard.
That was a big die roll.
It's a crappy roll though. Okay, how do we feel about 21 to hit?
That's a hit.
Wow. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm feeling much better about this day.
It is?
Remember, we're level 4,
Are you sure you're level 4?
And no shield.
Oh, you don't have
Yeah.
your shield.
which wouldn't affect the AC anyway, unless I had it out and
Yeah,
up.
out,
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. Do a little bit of damage to you, Trent. That's going to be 22 points of piercing damage
Oh, snap.
Okay.
plus grab.
Okay.
And now remember, we're in a remaster world for the grab. So grab, while it is an action, it is no longer automatic. Now, it is because it has the ability grab, it isn't affected by multiple attack penalty. So it doesn't use its second action to attempt to grab you.
Uh huh.
So here we go for it. It'll be athletics against your fortitude DC. It's got a strong athletics bonus here, but that's not a great roll. That's going to be 23 against your fortitude DC. 10 plus your number.
Yeah, I am grabbed. Yes.
Okay. So since it has you grabbed, there's only one thing that it feels like it really should do. You know what that's going to be?
Swallow whole.
you.
Wait, is this? Was that part of the second action, or is this the third action?
Damn, you're good. Damn, you're
I
good,
got
Jared.
you. I got you.
You know what? I don't have one at the table,
Right.
but just know that I owe you a patch.
Deal.
Because it moved first time.
Yes, that was a good catch. So it's first action move,
Hell yeah,
second
Jared.
action bite, third action grab.
I was busy being disgusted by Jason's mouth sounds.
It worked exactly how I wanted it to.
All right, so that's its whole freaking turn. Oh, actually, wait a second, Trent. On that one that hit, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Would it have hit with a 18?
No.
Take all of those hit points back.
Hey.
So then let's roll the grab back. I'm so sorry, I forgot about second 3.
Oh yeah.
So then Trent, I'll keep the roll I had on the second to hit.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's a
So
big
the
deal.
second attack would have missed. So it would have used a second attack to try to bite you. So it just whiffs its whole turn.
Okay.
Perfect.
Froze up
Even
on you a
better.
little bit.
I guess I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I messed that all up. I then looked at him like, oh, second 3. That's why a combat tracker is so important to
Yeah.
keep this shit written down. All right, Ari, it's your turn. This giant tree thing is there. Now remember, you're in difficult terrain.
Yeah. So I think that I myself am basing this entirely too much off of like growing up reading the Harry Potter books, but
Sure.
Ari's going to turn her halo on because I feel like there's kind of like a thing with fungus and light.
Okay.
Not great.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if y'all can see or not.
It's afternoon. It's broad daylight.
Okay. Well, she's going to do it anyway.
Okay.
Halo goes on and then she is going to attempt to trip the fungus.
Well, I guess it is dusk. No, so that's a fair call.
Well, and
Well,
also you
summer.
said it's like
Evening.
Do you have that
weird
feat?
air.
Do you have the?
Titan Wrestler.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I was watching
Dude, tripping
WrestleMania.
a large
That's right, that's
character is the best.
So you're going to go suplex a tree.
I'm going to try. We haven't played this game in forever. This is athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I was going to hit the terrible math, but Jane beat me to rolling it.
That is a 26 to trip.
All right, and that's going to be against Fortitude DC. Because it's sickened, you trip a tree.
I think she just tries to grab the roots of the tree that are all curly and tentacly and
I'm just imagining Vin Diesel from the Fast and the Furious movie when he just grabs
pulling
the
the building
chains
down.
and pulls the whole building down. That's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
in a
I
tree.
say as Groot.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
So you just rip it up.
Yep. Thereby gaining some panache.
Panache.
And yeah, she has her kukri out. So for the last one, she's just going to hack at the tree.
Now you can do your finishing strike or just a normal attack.
I am actually just going to do a normal attack this time because I would like to keep my increased speed from panache.
Nice.
Sure.
So
Now, did you have to move to get up adjacent to it, or were you already adjacent to it?
I
from
said
where
I
it
was with
moved?
Arthur. So,
But you were a little bit back from it.
oh, okay. Well, then I can move up to.
So you would have had to move,
Yeah. So then I'll
trip.
just skip the
Okay.
slash on it. Probably
Cool.
wouldn't have made it anyway. But
All right, so now that fucker is prone. Jonas, you're
Jonas.
about 15 feet back from this thing, it looks like.
I think 25, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Okay, 20 feet.
25.
25, yeah.
I'm going to cast Ignition.
Nice.
And just kind of depending on...
Light them up.
Another remix?
Actually,
or-
I'm going to try something first. I'm going to use
Well played.
a diplomacy feat called Bon mot.
Ah, yeah.
And I'm going to see if I can talk a little shit to it to decrease its will saves and
Now, does this have the language trait? Do you have to share a language with it?
it has the linguistics trait.
Okay. What language do you speak? What language do you share this in?
I'm going to share... Oh, hold on. I might have something in here that's
Hey,
good.
dude.
All the languages.
No. Where's my languages?
Pig Latin.
Background. Yep.
It's not math, but
I'm going to say this in Fey.
in Fey. Okay.
In Fey. I'm going to say this in Fey. And I'm going to say the ever classic make like a tree and leave.
Oh,
No, let's make up the tree and get out of here.
And that's going to be a 20 total. Wait, a 22 total.
Okay. You have no idea if it's successful or not.
Okay, cool.
You got two
And
actions
then,
left.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going to cast
prone.
Ignition.
Is this a spell attack roll?
It is.
Okay. So it is sickened and not off guard because it's prone.
23.
That's 100% a hit.
Yeah.
There are some times in this game where I'm like, we broke into this thing's house and then just
And
started
killing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is going to be 15 fire damage.
Ooh, it looks like it's slightly more effective.
Oh, snap.
This tree was just like, God, I sure love being a tree out in my swamp, my own home.
Oh, God.
I'm on fire.
And that'll do it for Jonas.
All right, Arthur,
Cyril Jr.
it's your turn.
Well, I mean, seeing how that worked, I think he's going to pull out the
Hell yeah.
2 actions, I suppose, to pull out the sword and the shield,
Do the hum.
and go activate the fire. And then he's going to take a step up, and that's his turn.
I need to see that animated. I need somebody to animate that for us.
All right, Lucky, it's your turn now. This thing is slightly on fire and prone and sickened.
Okay, I'll use my mastermind thing to...
Oh, you're trying to learn
it's
something about it?
It's off guard.
Yeah, because it's prone.
Okay, never mind. I'm just attacking it.
Yeah, it's classic for a reason.
18.
Okay, that is, let's see, 3, 2, it's just a miss.
Yeah, I kind of figured it.
With all the penalties, it's pretty close because of sickened and off guard, but
Yeah, too
yeah,
early.
you got an extra patch. There's
Too
the patch
early.
I owe you.
Nope.
He's going to eat that patch
we're
later.
doing well right now. We might need it later. I'll attack again.
All
See
right.
what happens. I don't think I'll hit, but we'll see.
What's the worst that could happen?
17.
Yeah, it's also a
No.
miss, but a good try.
And then I'll hide in the
Oh.
grass.
All right, Nikolai, it's your turn.
Not take cover.
How long
Got
does
it.
it take to start a fire?
If you have things that start a fire, like a Tinder Twig equivalent, it's the time to draw it and ignite it.
My idea is I want to start a little fire to make fire arrows as I shoot at this thing.
That would probably take a little bit of time.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm going to say probably 5 to 10 turns.
I don't want to take that much time while my
Sure.
friends are just getting dead.
I mean, yeah, look, getting a fire started in 30 seconds is pretty quick. That'd be like, wow, he's really good at fire.
That's true.
All right.
All of my spells are so fucking like 30 feet touch.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
mean-
just going to shoot at this guy.
What's the benefit, though, to you taking those archetype feats into the archers? Like,
Yeah.
you got a nice bow.
That's cracked.
You got a nice bow over there.
And I'll patch this one.
Ooh, let me hit the button. There you go, Jared. Here's now representation of the patch I owed you.
It's got a little herd of horses
19?
over there.
Yeah.
That one doesn't have the tape on
Oh,
it. What's that?
19.
19 is going to be a miss. This thing's not easy to hit.
No,
Big
it's
creature.
not.
Sort of werewolf class.
What?
No.
Cast, not
Rude.
class.
Where plant?
I'll shoot
Too
again.
soon.
Right there, Trent.
Oh, thank you.
20.
Actually, I think a 20 is exactly a hit because off guard
Second,
is
right?
off guard is 2, right? Or is it 1?
Yeah,
Off guard
it's
is
2,
2,
yeah.
second
Yes.
3. So you're looking at a net change of 5, which
That's
makes that
crazy.
a hit.
Yes.
Sickened is huge. Look,
Sickened's
incremental.
huge. Yeah.
Well, look, anyone who's played high level knows it's the incremental buffs and penalties that change
Yep.
games.
7 points of damage.
All right, a little bit of that gets through.
Might as well do the same thing.
Does it impact its AC that it's prone?
What's a miss?
Yes, because it makes it
Yeah,
off
it's
guard.
off guard.
Third.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All
Yes.
right. That makes it the tree's turn. And the tree's like, fuck this shit. And the tree's going to stand up.
You guys need to get attack of opportunity soon.
I know.
I
And-
will
Fifth level,
note,
right?
just
Attack
real
of
quick,
Sixth level, I think.
that Sickened also says you can't willingly ingest anything.
God
Oh.
damn it.
Rules.
That's awesome.
Fuck.
You can just swallow
But you
That
can
was a-
spend an action trying to retch
Yeah,
a
it's-
tree retching.
It's going to try to barf up fungal matter.
I love it.
Gross.
Just a
Oh.
fortitude save against. What's your class DC, your spell DC? 20?
20.
So it spends an action. It
But it only reduces it by 1.
fuck.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
gonna
Wretch
barf
is 1
once.
act 1, right?
It's gonna barf once and then attack
On
you,
a
Trent.
success,
Okay.
it's reduced by 1. That's so good. Second 3. Was that your crit card?
Fuck.
That was a quick
Trent, how do you feel about a 17 to hit?
Miss.
So it's
Yeah.
sick
The
in
second
2.
crit card.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's its whole turn. This is this.
You just
God
wanted
damn
to
it.
eat me, don't you?
Look, it
The
literally has
swallowing
an,
hole is like the funnest thing to do as
It
a
is.
GM.
Yeah.
It is.
There's nothing better.
it also
Until
has
your vampire guy cuts his way out of the
Yeah.
boss.
True.
it literally has an ability though where when it swallowed things whole, it damages them and heals itself.
Ah,
I'm like, this
Nice.
is so cool.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
talk
Not-
about
What a
rolling a
clutch
one
card.
instead of, yeah.
Stick your finger down his throat, make it worse.
Yep, make it worse.
Ari, it's your turn. You
Okay.
can read minds?
Mhm.
Now that I'm up there,
Yeah.
Ari will attempt to just slash at it with the kukri.
Okay, just normal
Um,
attack.
No, I am going to use the.
You would have to move
Panache.
up, I believe.
She
I
moved
did
up
last time.
turn.
I just didn't move
Okay.
the mini.
Yeah.
Which I actually probably could have done, but whatever.
Yeah, live by the
Sure, it's
die.
closer.
And I also just like to be inconvenient to him.
Look, you know the
uh,
table rules. You don't move your own mini when you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Messes with the mics.
I am going to use the finisher.
Confident finisher, I believe.
Yeah. She's so confident.
Nothing if not
Hey,
confident.
that's pretty good.
Ooh,
And it's still sickened too.
I can't remember anything
It's
about
not flat-footed.
this
Oh, sorry, it's
character.
not off guard though.
That's a 28 to hit.
That's a hit, not a crit, but that is a hit.
Amazing.
you get your
So
full
panache,
panache.
and kukri, and then my panache goes away.
Yep.
It's 17 points of damage.
And that's slashing or piercing.
Slashing, I believe.
All right.
All
okay.
right. And then I think she's just going to do a regular old hit again. Or
Just,
attempt
just
to.
a hit, not even gonna trip it.
Just a hit.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to successfully trip it, though. At this point, yeah, they're 14 to hit.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Yeah, and then I think she's going to back up a little bit. Final action.
Yeah.
How do you think the arrow makes him sick? Like goes down his throat a little bit and like.
I think it like hits his like tree funny bone. You know, like when you like hit your elbow and you're like, I feel nauseous all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's
His funny vine.
Yeah, hit his funny
It's
vine.
funny vine.
All right, Jonas, it's your turn.
Same. I'm going to cast Ignition. Classic
Green
for a
next
reason.
to Ignition.
And that's going to be a 24.
Because it's sickened, that hits.
Yeah.
Only just barely, because you have. Well, actually, no, it's big enough. You don't have to worry about.
That's going to be
Shit cover.
7 fire damage.
All right, that's turns out to be slightly more than 7 fire damage. All right, it's on fire. You got one action left. What do you want to do?
Yeah, with my third action, I'm going to cast Guidance. No,
On?
that's 2 actions.
Nope, guidance is one action.
Cast
Just by-
Guidance on myself.
on yourself. I like it. Arthur, it's your turn.
Well,
Duh.
I'm just
I
a
should've
giddy
done it
little
first.
schoolboy over here right now. I'm
gonna
going
be
to
good.
attack it with this flaming, striking, cold iron bastard sword.
Let's
Also known as.
Go.
Demon's Demise.
What if this is a demonic tree?
But it also applies to Fae. Cold iron affects Fae.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, cold iron is actually much more a faith thing than it is other things. But the big thing here is fire.
Correct.
Ooh.
That's a low roll.
Okay.
Patch it. Patch it.
Oh, Jared's throwing a
Jared's
patch.
throwing
in.
We need you to kill this thing.
Yeah.
I'll patch it. That was
About to use
that was
it.
lower.
That's your
All-
patch. You've used it.
All the Swedish patches.
Swedish
Yeah.
patches. Patches
Oh
of
my
mine.
god.
That was even lower.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is
I'll patch it. I'll patch it. Just
Okay.
roll a different time.
That's what I do.
You guys are crazy.
You got this. We believe in you, Trenton. Well, someone does.
It's higher than it's been. That is a 20.
That's total.
Correct.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Yeah.
Second attack.
Yeah, I'll attack it
Yeah.
again.
Oh, well.
Watch him now, just like fucking rock it with a 20.
No, that's the same number. That's a
lower.
15.
So it's 5 less.
Yeah, that's a miss. What do you want for your last action?
I'm going to raise shield.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Lucky, it's your turn.
I feel like the way that plays out is it like the sword is like sputtering, like Arthur's still like getting the hang of it. He's like,
Right,
turn on, turn
This
on.
is why I was practicing.
I missed in my attack.
Okay, well, I don't know. What is it? You are flat. It is
19.
flat. No, you're right. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
All right, what are you going to do for your next 2 actions?
Um,
This thing's looking rough. It's looking.
all right, I'll take one more shot.
Okay. Who knows?
Actually, I'll do the mastermind thing.
Okay.
So roll in nature. I only have a
Yes.
+7, I think, in nature though. So unless
Well-
I can use my Fey lore.
No, this is not Fey.
Okay.
So
Damn it.
nature, or if you have fungus or plant nature specifically, but yeah, it's nature.
Okay. So +7. Are you gonna roll that?
Yeah, I should. And that's a secret check. I don't know. It's a big plant tree thing. Could be anything.
And I missed anyways.
Okay. All right. That makes it Nikolai's turn.
Nikolai
Come on, sharpshooter.
is going to cast guidance on himself.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Taking a page out of Jonas's book,
Yeah,
but doing it
totally
in
didn't
reverse
think of
order.
that. And then
I
I'm
know I
gonna
should have
shoot-
done it first.
Next round.
You wanted to see
This
what was happening.
28.
Jesus, that's a hit.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Now, it has a little bit of resistance to piercing. You got this.
5.
It sinks in, doesn't seem to affect it a whole lot.
Mm.
Womp womp.
At all?
I mean, there's an arrow there now.
Good
It's a
to
good
know.
foothold.
Yay.
Good to know.
Yeah, if you want to do the whole like Shadow of the Colossus thing and
Yeah,
climb
that's
it, you got
cool.
an
I
option.
like that.
And then I miss with my last action.
That's probably
All
the
right.
coolest game that I've never played.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so
Shadow of the Colossus.
good.
Yeah. Never played
Oh,
it.
I'm
it's
switching up dice.
phenomenal.
I've seen it, but I've never played it.
It's just going to lash out twice.
One of my
at-
favorites.
Or maybe
Wow,
3
check it
times.
out.
Here we
Yeah.
go. First attack at Trent. 19 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, second attack.
This is going well.
Okay, this feels a lot better. 23 to hit
It is a hit, and I'll use the reaction to take it.
to reduce the damage.
Take it.
Take it. All right, here we go. 2d10 plus 11. Ooh, nice. That's going to be 25 points of damage.
Okay, hardness 7. 18.
Yep. And how many hit points are on your shield?
30.
So it's now broken.
It is broken again. Yep.
It's a good thing that Lucky's willing to keep repairing your shield. I love that you don't repair your own shield. You're
It's
just
gonna
like,
start
Lucky.
It's going to start costing.
And
Just
Should
so
you
know.
carry more
I
than
and
one?
the shield take that
Yeah.
remainder,
Yes.
correct?
There's new runes to make them harder
Mm-hmm.
and more sturdy.
Little blue runes that you attach to the front.
Boo. All right. And it has one action left. It's going to try to vomit. It fails.
Awesome.
Can't even throw up right.
It's just the beginning of Age of Ashes all over again.
Yeah.
All right, Ari, it's your turn.
I really thought it would be dead by now, guys.
I'm doing my best.
Everyone's trying. Trent can't roll above a 7.
know.
Ari's gonna be
Yeah.
like, ugh, and like run up and
Well, you're already
So-
next to it. Oh, no, you moved
no,
back.
I moved back because
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought I was gonna die. Just gonna run back up, try to trip it again. We'll see how this goes. Oh, natural 20
Amazing.
with the trip.
So that will deal bludgeoning damage
Yeah.
to it. too.
Oh.
Is it a D6? Yeah,
Yeah,
roll a
it's a
D6.
D6.
Oh, amazing!
Do you
Can I
not have
steal
a-
your D6?
Skadoosh.
All right, here we go.
5.
All right, that seems to
Nice.
go through. We gotta love it when bludgeoning works.
Okay,
How
so
does he
then,
have a knot?
Boo.
Okay, dang.
Now
I'm
we do now.
gonna-
One action left. It's all on
Yeah.
your shoulders.
Huh?
It's all on your shoulders.
I'm
No
gonna
pressure.
attack, but I'm gonna not use my finisher. I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
attempt to attack right now.
Here we go. Big
And
moment.
it's gonna miss.
Okay.
That's
10.
what I rolled several times.
Jonas, it's your turn.
Decent. AC.
With the guidance, this is ignition.
Remove
Cracked.
to ignition.
Oh, patch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am bold. No, I'm just joking. Natural 19 for 30.
Hey.
Nice.
That is not a crit, but
Wow.
just shy.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Do some
Man.
damage.
How about 9 fire damage?
Burns up into ashes.
Nice.
Yay.
Get it.
You're welcome.
Get it.
Arthur's like looking at the sword like, wait, I thought I didn't hit it.
All right. You're standing around now in the marsh. Let me read the rules for this because there's a chance that it actually destroys some of the avail. Because you know what? It's Pathfinder and
There's a rule for that.
Ari, having never fought with Jonas before, is gonna be like, nice spellcasting.
Yes, he's quite powerful.
okay.
Thank you.
Little lasso.
Oh,
I don't know. I was like
Lasso.
brushing my hair.
So because it had to move so far from it, because you didn't see it and it got so close to you, it has a little thing here that for each round of combat that occurs within 20 feet of its starting point, it destroys 1d4 minus 1 of the mushrooms.
Oh.
But the first 10 minutes it was moving towards you and you didn't notice, so it had gone well past it. So if you're willing to spend the rest of it, like you will need Ari's halo or the glow rocks that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come down too and help.
Give me a fortitude save from the
I'm
stuff.
not going in there. Y'all are doing great.
Lucky works smarter.
Mm-hmm. We just let everyone else work.
Jason,
Are you
it's
patching it?
not that
13?
big of a deal. What's that?
13?
You're sickened until
Okay.
you leave.
Okay.
You in total find 18. It'll take you like the rest of the evening. You'll need to make camp near
18.
this place. But you find 18 full-grown black rattlecap mushrooms.
I imagine we're just covered in like mushroom
Muck,
goo
yeah.
and like ugh.
And we still need more, so
Is
we're gonna
that
have to get some
22 total?
tomorrow.
That's all that you found the complete availability.
Okay.
So it will not cover the total cost of all your spells, but it'll
It'll cover
somehow
quite
offset
two
it.
of them. Yeah, it'll cover 2 people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. You make camp for the night, and then you head west.
I will need some patching and of me and the shield.
Yeah,
I'll do the shield.
So you probably get a later start the next morning, because you had to go into the evening looking for all these. But all good shit.
you're healed.
Cool.
I didn't roll it. I went for the 20 and critted.
It
so
wasn't
you're-
that. Yeah, it wasn't that much.
You feel fantastic.
Yep. Aha.
As
Like you had more electrolytes even.
the moon is out.
That's what plants crave.
Oh, God.
Oh.
The moon's out pretty strongly tonight. Not in terms of it being full or not full, but like there's not a lot of cloud cover. It's pretty bright. Up where you are, you can see west towards the little lake that has the island with the tower on it. Jonas, you'd know some folks call this lake Candlemere Lake. Similarly, they call the tower Candlemere Tower because, it's in Candle.
Can we see that from here?
You can just barely see it to the west.
Dope.
And at night, as you're on watch duty, Jonas, you swear you see a bright light flickering, zooming through the air above the lake, moving, jumping, diving. Speeds in a way that no aircraft could make.
What's an aircraft?
Exactly. But as for what these lights are, you have to tune in next week to find out.
No.
There are 4 lights.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.